Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today with the Joyful Life Cling Stamp Set tutorial. Simple stamping is the goal of the day, but before we get started, I wanted few little housekeeping things to take care of here. First of all, this weekend, or last weekend rather, Mom and I had the pleasure of going to On Stage at Home, which is a conference that Stampin' Up! Offers for all their demonstrators. And I have some pictures here of everything, a few things that we had going on. Again, I wanted to say thank you to everybody. Without your encouragement, support, and just plain being with me to stamp with me, I would not have achieved my 2 milestones. 5-year anniversary. It's been 5 years since I've been with Stampin' Up! It's kind of amazing. And then also a level 1 leadership achievement. So thank you once again for all of your support through all of this, and hopefully we'll have more fun to go, many more years at least. Next up, Green Goods Market. I wanted to remind everybody they are doing their Santa's Workshop now through December 24th, I believe. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and then Saturdays 9 to 3. So head on out to Green Goods Market in Jefferson and see all the awesome things they have. They really have a ton of homemade items available for sale. And the other thing I want to talk to you guys about real quick is Stampin' Up! Is doing an awesome sale this month. Through November 30th, you can join the Stampin' Up! Family for $75. Normally, our starter kits are $99 and you get $125 in product of your choosing, but for this month only, they are offering that kit for $75 with free shipping. I cannot tell you how amazing of a deal that is, and you don't have to be a demonstrator or want to teach people how to make cards or get highly involved. You can join just for the discount. It's a 20% discount for all future orders if you would join Stampin' Up! So in the end, if you're just a crafter and a hobbyist and want to do this just for fun, nab this deal up because it is an amazing offer. So if you're interested, let me know and we can talk about it a little bit more. And then I also want to remind everybody one more time that starting Friday, this Friday, that's coming Friday, Black Friday, how about that? I will be emailing out the 12 days of Christmas holiday projects. It's a holiday helper group that I belong to, that we have come up with 12 beautiful homemade paper designs that you can make for your home for the holidays. If you would like a copy of that, a free copy as my holiday gift to you guys, just sign up by posting your email, or if you don't want to post it publicly, you can feel free to PM it to me or text it to me if you have my phone number. But if you would like an email PDF file of the detailed step-by-step instructions on these different projects to make, definitely let me know. Like I said, I'll be sending those out starting February. Wow, I'm jumping way ahead. November 26th, Black Friday, and it'll continue for 12 straight days. And that is all I have for you with that. So let's get on to the Joyful Life Cling Stamp Set. Actually, no, I forgot one more thing. Saturday, the 27th, I'm going to kick off the holiday season with us by doing a quick card tutorial using the Memories and More cards and envelopes and the Memories and More gingerbread and peppermint Memories and More card pack. I'm just going to do a couple of cards to show you guys how simple these can be used up, and we'll just kick it off because we have a lot of things coming up in the future. So, okay, now let's get to the Joyful Life stamp set, the Cling Stamp Set. These little critters are just absolutely adorable. I love them. And the stamp set is available in the July to December catalog, which will be retiring the end of December. So if this is a stamp set you don't have but you want, you might want to get a hold of it rather rapidly because it's going to sell out quick. But I thought this stamp set would be cute to do. Just some fun, cute, simple stamping cards just in time for Thanksgiving. You want to give it out to a friend or a loved one, someone that just kind of needs a little bit of a pick-me-up. This is the perfect set for that because it is just adorable. You can do so much with it. So to do these cards, you're going to need the stamp set, your acrylic blocks, which I have mine already preloaded, as we say. You're going to need basic white cardstock, one at 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. And that's the one you just want to score down the center of the paper lengthwise, and then score it right in the middle. And then you will need one at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And then you want to score this one at 4 1/4. And then you'll need 2 pieces of Very Vanilla, and we're going to use the same measurements, the 4 1/4 by 11 and the 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and then scored at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. And then you will need your Memento Tuxedo black ink, or just a black ink of some kind. Make sure it is not an alcohol based, because what we're going to do with it, it will smear if it is. And then you will need your Balmy Blue Classic Stampin' Pen. I hope I don't have too much of a glare there. And then we're going to need your watercolor pencils, assortment packs 1 and 2, because we are going to be using a whole bunch of those. And then my new favorite tool, the blending brush, because these things are just amazing. I love them. I am addicted and probably need to go to Blending Brush Anonymous, to be totally honest. And then you're going to need your blender pen, and this will use to help smooth out the watercolor pencils, and I'll show you guys what I mean by all that. This is extremely simple to do. I hope you guys will just like the ease of it, because they turned out rather cute. I was a little surprised on some of them. And then I also have cards that are stepped up. So I took it from basic, clean, simple stamping to, I stepped it up each level. So we have a step 2 and a step 3, and I'll show them to you as we go. And I have 4 different cards for you that we're gonna do. So let's start off with, you're gonna need your 4 1/4 by 11 that's scored at 5 1/2. And I have the measurements here written here, and I will get this typed up and posted along with the video as well, so you guys have it. So for the first card, we're gonna need the bear on a bicycle with a bunny rabbit. Say that 5 times fast. See, there's the little bear, the bicycle, and we're gonna want him. And I would recommend putting him on your acrylic E block, because he's bigger. I have a bunch of blocks here that I'm using. I'm using A, B, C, D, and E. You don't have to use that many. I'm just kind of finicky and like to have all my stamps out and ready to roll. So on block A, I have the little leaves from the stamp set. I don't know if you can see it. I might just be better off showing you in the picture. This one right here. We're actually going to use all stamps out of the stamp set except the snowflakes. So, and then for our saying, we're going to use For You, which is this one right there. And here is the card we are going to make. He's just so colorful and simple and cute. And let's do this, because I am excited to show you. So we're going to stamp all of these on the basic white. Get them off my paper there. And we're going to do them in the Tuxedo black ink. So let's get that out. And really, you just kind of want to place him kind of in the center, but towards the top. You can maybe offset him a little bit. I have him in the center here, but in some of my stepped up cards, I have him off into the corner, so it kind of looks like he's flying there with the bunny rabbit, because I just think it's so cute. So we're just going to stamp him here. I'm going to go right in the center, kind of off to the left to make him a little bit, or right. And there we have him. And then we're going to take our leaves, and you're just going to kind of stamp those randomly around the tires, so it looks like he's kind of blown them off behind you. You don't have to do too many, or you can do as many as you want, really. And then I'm going to take our sentiment, the For You, and stamp it down here in the corner. And I'm one where I like to get all my stamping out of the way, so here I am, all done. No more needs to be done there. And now I'm going to take our colors, our pencils. I have them all out here. Gotta try to remember which ones I used. I believe I used the Pumpkin Pie, Early Espresso Garden Green, Cajun Craze, Cherry Cobbler, and Crushed Curry on this one, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna color in our bear, his sweatshirt, you know, basically everything. We're gonna color it all in. Now, because I know you guys don't really want to sit here and watch me color in a bunch of bears and rabbits, camera magic, I already have mine colored. So, but I do want to show you, I didn't do this part. I want to show you guys how to use the blender brushes, or blender pen, excuse me. Now, I'm going to take this, and as you can see, I've got everything all colored. And then you can color it literally however you want to. You could even use markers if you don't want to, you know, be fussy with this stuff. I just think this gives it a more subtle look, I guess. I'm going to take the blender pen, and I'm going to go over each color that I have used on the bear, on just the watercolors. So instead of using markers or just kind of leaving it with all the scratches, it takes the scratchiness out. So I'm gonna do a couple spots here and show you guys. And it just, you don't have to really worry about smearing as long as you're not using an alcohol base. What do we want to show you here? Let's do half his leg. And I used two different colors. I used the Early Espresso and the Cajun Craze on the bear to get his fur just a little bit brighter. And I don't know, I hope you guys can see where, you're gonna see where I have blended it and then where I haven't. You can see the difference, how it just makes it a lot smoother when you come in and bring those colors together and blend them in. And it makes it just softer, is all it really does. It's pretty neat how that works. And then once you switch cut, or when you're ready to switch colors, just over here on your scratch paper, just a couple times, clean it off. And then we're just gonna keep going with it. Hit all that blue on his bike. Now do his shirt. I also use multiple colors to kind of give it that fun fall festive, you know, those crocheted sweaters you see that are multicolored with fall colors. That was kind of my goal there. I'll do his head. And then I think I'm down to the leaves. And I like to not clean my brush when I'm doing them, because all it's going to do is might add a little red to the brown or a little orange to the yellow, and just kind of give them a more fall look there. So, and that is all you do for that card. You can stamp a sentiment on the inside. I've decided to leave mine blank so I can write a message to people. So I just, real simple, real fun, real quick to do. And then to step it up, I took it up one more level and added, kind of angled the paper and then added that background. So same thing. I left the inside blank so I could write on it. And then for my third step of it, I decided to keep it monochromed. So it's all black and white. I added textured. I ran a piece of the Whisper, or a basic white. I don't know if you can see that or not. The texture, I ran it through one of our dry embossing folders. And then I added the little pearls. So it's just a simple monochrome, elegant card. This one really is probably my favorite one that I've done. And again, I've left the inside blank so I can write a message to it. So that is card number 1. Let's move on to, we're going to use the little piggy. This little guy right here. Now I'm gonna turn him into a Harry Potter pig. I haven't done it yet, but I'm determined, because his glasses and a scarf just reminds me of something out of Harry Potter. So here is the card we're going to make. I will admit right now, let you guys all know, I got a little heavy-handed with the blender in the background, but that's okay. We're just gonna roll with it. Really cute, really simple. Again, we're just gonna color, hit it with some color, and move on with it. So you need your 5.5 by 8.5 piece of very vanilla cardstock. We're gonna need the pig stamp and our sentiment, and for this one I use Friends Like You, Make Life a Joy. And we're going to need the Balmy Blue ink, the Memento Black ink, which is right here, the Memento Black, and our blending brush. So first we're gonna get our blending brush out. We're gonna open this up, and I used, I think it was the Mint Macaron. I didn't really like it, but at the same time I do, because green is my favorite color. So he's cute. We'll still use him. Even Boo Boo stamps, or ones that we don't think turn out the way we want them to, we're gonna use them because they're still cute. So what we're gonna do with our blending brushes are, you're gonna take this and you're gonna wrap it around, just kind of ink it up like you would a stamp set. I'm gonna do this on a scratch piece real quick, just so you guys can see how to do it. So you're gonna ink it up, and then you're gonna take it real lightly, just kind of like you're putting makeup on. My daughter and my sister tell me these are a lot like makeup brushes. So you're applying your makeup or your foundation or blending your makeup in on your face. That's what you're gonna do with this ink. You're just gonna start and bring it in and kind of lightly cover it on there. And you can go as dark or as light as you want just by reloading it. And again, just how hard you push too. So the harder you push, the darker you're gonna get. And mine's kind of multicolored, so it's gonna have a little bit of a hint of green to it, but I've done that on purpose. So I don't know if you can see that or not. There we go. Yeah, you can see the white down here, and then just the hint of blue, which is what we want. So get our card, and we're gonna do this right in the middle. And you can tap, we call it tapping off, where you just kind of bounce it off to get it so it's not so boom in your face when you put it down. And we're gonna take him, and we're gonna go right in the center and just light little circle motions just to add a little bit of blue to the background. Just like that. All done, and we are done with that. I think it might be a little bit more of a step 2 card than simple stamping, because I'm adding that extra step of adding that background, but I really wanted to show you guys how to do that because I think it's really fun, really cool. It's an easy way to add just a little texture to your stamp, or to your cards rather. So now we're going to switch over to the basic black, and we're going to stamp our little piggy right in the middle of our little blue swirl that we just made, right in the center, just like that. And then we're and then we're gonna take our sentiment, also in the Memento Black, and I think I'm gonna change it up and put it down here in the corner, because they all, I know 2 cards are alike, right? Or at least that's my philosophy. So we are done stamping, and you could change the colors up on your sentiments. You don't have to use the basic black. You could use whatever color you choose. I'm just using that for simplicity, and with the coloring and that, I just want to show you guys how to get this done in a hurry. Really, I mean, I'm not hurried, but to show you how you can do cute little fun cards. And we're going to use the Flirty Flamingo for the pig. And let's go with the Garden Green. And I'm going to say we're going to go Cajun Craze, just because that seems to be my favorite color lately. So we're going to use these. Oh, we need some early espresso too for his coffee cup. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he's holding a cup of coffee. So you could actually use the Nothing's Better Than stamp set, and do some little saying, a little something great for us, for a great person, and then put, but coffee first, or something silly like that, just to kind of uplift it, make things the way you just kind of make it comical and uplifting. Now I do have, like I did on with the bears, I have this already pre-colored, but I want to show you guys something real quick with this. We don't want, you see here in mine, there's multiple reasons why I'm showing you guys this particular card, because the coloring I'm not real happy with. It's a real solid color. The pink just wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. I actually ended up taking white to lighten his nose and his ears, and overall I just didn't like how it colored. So I played around and finally figured it out how to do it to not make it look so bam. basically, I mean, that's cute, don't get me wrong, I like it, I'm gonna use it, but kind of not what I was going for. So what I figured out is if you take your colored pencils and just kind of lightly darken in around the edging of the pig and go all the way around the outlines of him, but make sure you color in his ears because you want those to be a different color. And the same with his legs. And then for depth, I did his arms too. And then you just kind of like how we used to when you were a kid. I don't know if you guys did it, but I did. You take your crayon and outline the edges so you wouldn't accidentally go in, you know, go outside of the lines. So you can see here where I've done that on the one I pre-colored. You can see where I have outlined ever so lightly. Well, not really ever so lightly. It's kind of dark. And then I'm going to show you how to blend that into the center so it's still pink, but not in your face flirty flamingo pink. And to do that, we're going to use our blender pen again. So first of all, I'm going to hit the scarf with the blender. And like I said, I just was trying to speed things up because you guys do not want to sit here and watch me color in all these little critters. They're adorable, but I know sitting there watching somebody color can get quite boring rather quickly. So we'll color in the coffee cup and we'll do his feet. Now I'm going to show you how to do his body. I'm going to try to bring it closer, so bear with me here because I'm going to color in my hand, so this ought to be fun. I'm going to start with his ears. You don't have to, you can start wherever, but I'm going to start with his ears. I'm going to do the inside of his ear first. And then this blender pen is going to pick up that pink and help me bring it all the way throughout the rest of his little face and the ears. And then do the same with over there. Because what it does is it's going to pick up the colors and just blend them out. That's why it's a blender brush. You see that? Can you see on the face there how it just kind of, the edges are a little darker, but it brings a more subtle pink into the middle, where with this guy, he's like in your face. I mean, he's like a pig, where this is more subtle. I'll be honest, I like the, how I can get these up here so you guys can both see both of them. I really like the subtle more than I like the bright, obvious pink pig. So then to do the same thing with his body, kind of pull it in to the middle from the outside, bring it down and around, all over, and then to his legs, and then all done. There you have your little piggy colored. And then you have your background done already. So that's all there is to this card. Again, I'm choosing to leave all 4 of these cards, this 4 set that I'm doing, they're all blank on inside, because I like to write little messages, and you can always go back and add a little sentiment if you wanted to. I didn't get my brush cleaned very good there. So another lesson I can teach you guys is always get your brushes cleaned before you transfer colors, because I got some pink right there. Whoops. Oh well. So again, I left it empty on the inside so I can write a note. If I want to, I can go back and stamp a little sentiment in there. But again, I like them. I really like my cards blank so I can write little notes. Now to step this card up, I did a monochrome color and use some fancy decorated paper for my step 2. You can see here where I've just added the background paper and I punched him out and the saying out. And that's really literally all I did there. It's really, again, really simple, really easy to do. Left it blank on the inside. And then this one, he's just too darn cute. I like this guy. This is my step 3 card. I used the Crushed Curry cardstock and I believe Mary Merlot for the 2 backgrounds, and then the fall leaves from, I just drew a blank on which paper, designer series paper that's out of. But we have the all for all occasions little sentiments, and then I colored him in, and again you can see the pink, how I figured out how to do it so it's not so bam. And I'll probably, I went ahead and did a white on this one because it's yellow, but I'll probably do a sentiment on this one eventually later on. But I did stamp the pig on the inside, and don't forget I don't have any samples here, but don't forget, no naked envelopes. Always decorate your envelope. Even if it's just a small little piece of designer series paper. Don't forget to decorate your envelope. So our next one we're going to do is the little hedgehog, because she's just so darn cute. I really like her. I don't know why, but this one is my favorite out of this set. This particular stamp. So we are going to do her, and we're going to use the remaining, we'll set that right there. Very vanilla. Looks like I got something on mine. And the 8.5, I think that's where we at. 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. And then we're gonna need the hedgehog stamp and the sentiment of a little something for a great person. And we're gonna need our leaves again. So mine are still dirty. And we're going to need the Memento black ink. So we're gonna stamp her. Or him. I guess it doesn't have to be her. It could be a him. Yeah, whatever. We're gonna stamp the adorable little hedgehog. How about that? We're gonna stamp him up here and towards the top in the center. Just like that. And then our leaves, again, are gonna go around the bottom to kind of make it look like shuffling the leaves out of the way. Because when you think of woodland animals, you think of them like, out in the forest and outside. So we gotta give them a little leaves to kick around to make it more fall. And then we're gonna take our sentiment and stamp that down here below, kind of in the center. And just like that. And that is all done. All our stamping for that one. And again, we're gonna get our colored pencils out. We're gonna use a few more colors this time. We're gonna use the Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape. I'm not real sure white's out, but we're going to use the Crushed Curry, the Night of Navy, and the Cherry Cobbler, all within this area right here. The leaf in our bowl, we could use the Garden Green, or you could even do the Cajun Craze. And then for, well, I guess the purple is the apron, and I think I did one where he's blue. The apron is blue, or maybe not, I don't know. Well, you could do it whatever color you want. You don't have to use my colors. And then for the leaves, I use the Crushed Curry, Cherry Cobbler, Garden Green, and I think I used Pumpkin Pie and Cajun Craze. I think I already said that, but oh well. And then for the body, again, I used the Early Espresso with some Cajun Craze colored in there. And then the Movie Magic again, all done, all colored, because we like movie magic. And we're gonna get our blender pen out, and I have to watch because I used a different type of ink on mine, so it's, the one tip is not usable at the moment. So we're gonna color in the body, and again, just blend those colors. And I did, with the watercolor markers, you can build colors on top and then blend them together. I did the, what did I use? I used Early Espresso and Cajun Craze on the body of the hedgehog. And then for the feet and hands and her face, I just did it real light with the Cajun Craze. I just like the way it gives it the more natural effect of a hedgehog. We could do our apples, yellow, green, and red. My personal favorite apple is the yellow apple. I love the yellow, or the yellow delicious or golden delicious apples. I'm not sure exactly what they're called, but those are my favorites. So we're lucky you don't see a bunch of yellow apples in the bowl. And that's the nice thing with these kind of things. You can add your own personal touches to just kind of personalize them more towards you or to the person you're sending them to, or however you feel you would like to do. Because like I said, I would I would not put it past me to make all those apples to be yellow or green, because that's my two favorites. So, and there we have it. Card number 3, all done. Isn't that adorable? The coloring is just, I don't know, I absolutely love that little guy. So for my step up, I did, again, a monochrome. I was in a monochrome mood. I think each one of these has a monochrome done. But I think this one pops. And all I really did different was I added the pumpkin pie paper behind it here. And then I punched these two out, again with pumpkin pie. Stamped it, did my sentiment, done. Really simple step 2 card there, empty on the inside. And then for my step 3, I kind of went fancy. I won't lie. I really kind of went nuts on this one because I just had a lot of fun. I stamped pumpkin pie paper with the leaves in pumpkin pie ink. I punched out the sentiment in the same punch, which I think is our dual circle punch. I guess I did it that way because it reminds me of a pie, so it fits. But I used the DSP from the annual catalog. It's the, oh my goodness, it's the one with all the trees. I can't for the life of me remember the name of it. But I cut this one out and laid him on 2 different pages and angled them all out, and he's just cute. I just really liked it. And then I took this was white crinkle ribbon, and then I took our markers and colored it my own color. So that's the beauty of our markers, is you can dye any of our ribbons whatever color you want to fit your needs. So those are those 3 cards for that one, and they're cute. I had a lot of fun doing these. I got tripped up a couple times making them, but I think I really had a lot of fun. So next and last card, we've got the season's greeting card. Pretty basic, pretty plain. I used the blender brush on this one for the background. And I boo-booed. I did my target wrong for my season's greeting. It should actually be down towards the middle a little bit, but that's okay. We're gonna roll with it. So for this, we're gonna need the hedgehog and the pig. Hedgehog and the piggy. And we're gonna need leaves. And we're gonna need our season's greeting. And then again, we're gonna need our blending brush and our balmy blue ink, which for some reason I put way over there. And you're gonna need your last piece of basic white, 5.5, 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Fold him in half. And again, we're gonna use the blender brush. Open it up. And we're gonna make a little bit of a sky is what we're gonna do here. So we're gonna go to the top. And it's okay if it's a little bit darker on this one, because like I said, we want it to replicate the sky. And you just bring it down, I would say about halfway, kind of bring it down to there. Easy peasy, just like that, done. Yay. And you can see where I've got some of the swirls here with the blender. You can see there they kind of look like clouds or wisps of little clouds floating through the sky, which just adds texture, which is great. It's a simple way, a very, very simple way to add texture to your cards. And I'm obsessed with the blender brushes. I truly am. So we're gonna get our ink out, our basic black, and we are going to stamp our little hedgehog here. And we're gonna go in the corner on the left side, kind of towards the bottom, maybe give a little bit of room there at the bottom for leaves. Stamp him up. And then we're gonna take our little piggy. Come back, little piggy. And we're gonna bring him up a little bit, so it kind of adds depth, makes it look like it's 2 different levels in there. And then we're gonna do the leaves. And I have a specific order I like to stamp with. I like to do all my background work, and then I ink everything up, whoops, and then I stamp everything, get all that out of the way, and then I do my fine details. Not everybody stamps that way. It's kind of a preference thing. So feel free to take it out of order and do it however you want. And I'm going to stamp this over here because I have a tendency to stamp the greetings upside down. As you can see there, it would have been upside down. So now I'm going to stamp this kind of in the middle. We're going to shoot for the middle this time. Yes, like that. And our stamping is done. Just like that, pretty simple. And then of course we want to color him in. And I used all of these colors, except for white. We all know, except for white. I think white got left out from my boo-boo on the pig. So, and white does really good for altering colors if you want it softer. Like on my pig, for instance, I had to lighten it up a little bit. Use that white to lighten it up. And then again on the rabbit too. I don't know if you noticed on Rabby here. We'll pull him back out. You can see where I used the white. I mixed white and early espresso actually to get that kind of off-whitey spotty color there. So that's why you could use the white. But again, I'm going to list these off for you, but we're going to go with the Movie Magic again, and I've got everything already pre-colored. So, and for those colors, I used the Crushed Curry, Cherry Cobbler, Pumpkin Pie, Cajun Craze, Garden Green, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Gorgeous Grape, Early Espresso, and Night of Navy. I know I prattled them off really fast and I apologize, but yes, I used a whole bunch. And again, these are out of both watercolor pencil sets, which are available online at our store. I love them. I think I'm on my 5th set of each since they came out, and they are listed in the back and numbered. So 1 through 13 is in assortment 1, and 14 through 22, excuse me, 23 are in the second assortment. So love these little guys. I would highly advise getting those colored pencils. So let's go ahead and knock these guys out. And we'll get these guys colored in and blended out. Again, I did the same thing with the colored pencils. I just kind of layered where I needed a layer. And then with the pig again, I did the darker on the outside, nothing on the inside. Oops, forgot the hands there. Color in our apples. And this one I did the apples a little backwards. I did two green and 1 yellow this time. Do the piggy real quick. And with the blenders, you got to be careful because sometimes even with using the other black, you can pick that color up and transfer it around. So you don't want to hover too long over the black ink. Coloring in. I think a part of that over drifting color issue might just actually be I need a new pen. Which would surprise me none because I use them until they are pretty much stained up. I think the scarf I did different colors. I think I did the Cajun Craze and the Cherry Cobbler on this one. I gotta figure out how to turn him into a Harry Potter pig. I might have to work with Hannah on that one. Because he screams Harry Potter. I don't know why. But when the very first time I saw him, it just screamed out to me Harry Potter. I don't know. So, there we go. All done. Really simple. Really easy card. A whole set of them. And then to step it up, I punched out the saying and added some gold ribbon across the top just to add a little decoration. And all I did with that is I colored the background with the colored pencils and hit them with the blender pen and stamped it and all that jazz, and that was that. Pretty simple there. And then again, I went overboard with my step 3. I used the blender brush to go with a brighter sky. I did a yellow and a blue, and the sun with the sentiment on it. I used the trees and the leaves. Again, I did not write down the name of the stamp set, but that stamp set matches that paper. So it's all a sweet. But it's more of a fall-y thing with the grass and the leaves, and I just think it's cute. I went all out for that one. So that is all I have for you guys today. So really simple, really easy way to come up with some simple cards to give out some joy to people that are coming in, or even just random strangers. The strangers seem to love, I don't understand it, but you can walk by somebody that you don't even know, pull a card out and hand it to them, and it just makes their day. It truly does. I've done that a couple of times, and the smiles that I get are just great. I'm missing a card here. I was going to try to lay them all out for you guys. There it is. So those are the 4 cards that we did today. They're pretty simple, pretty cute. If you wanted to make them even more simple stamping, you could do away with the background with the blender pens, and you could use markers instead of colored pencils, but I just think these give them more of a gentle touch. And then don't forget to join me next weekend on the 27th, I think I said? Yeah, the 27th, where I'll be doing a real quick video on the gingerbread and peppermint memories and more card kits. And then I also will be doing a sneak peek reveal of the product purchase premiere that we were able to purchase during On Stage. So I will do an unveiling of what few products that we were able to purchase out of the new January to June catalog that will be released in, I think it's January 4th is the live date for you guys, with another celebration. So stay tuned, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.